we're back for another edition of Akau TV. Reese Trumper, Akau Racing Manager, joins us this afternoon. Reese, what's going on in your world?
We've had a very busy week for the past week. With obviously the sales, we've brought some lovely horses at all different price ranges, and we're really happy with the horses we've had selected to train for next season.
Absolutely, and those those are now, there were 29 purchases. I believe there's been another purchase in book 2 today, so that takes a total to 30 purchases, a total of $6.35 million of bloodstock. So plenty of opportunities out there to get involved. Any in particular catch your eye, Reese?
I believe the King's Legacies are going to be a massive chance. He is obviously a very good 2-year-old. And good 2-year-olds normally make good stallions. And what we saw at the sales, he's left really good progeny. The Satherbills were standouts again. Al Manzoor. There was a lot of quality at the sale, and we did really well as a group to select the best.
Fantastic. Well, a quick look at the results last week. I guess the results didn't go quite our way there on Karaka Million Night. Damask Rose performed pretty well, coming off the ballot there for a nice second in the 2-year-old feature event. But the winners of the week that's been, it was nice to see Angel Wings narrowly beat the stablemate there at Riccarton Park for Fortuna Racing.
We've always held her in high opinion. She's probably been a little disappointing for us, but it was good to see her winning. She's a really fast mare by a horse that Dave raced in Heroic Valor, and getting her down south nice and early. She settled in, and without much luck early in her preparation, it was good to get the win on the board for sure.
And Ascend the Throne at Te Rapa on Wednesday is really progressing towards the Derby now. Very limited starts, but he's starting to learn his caper pretty well, Reece.
After his first start, we always picked out the Waikato Guineas as a stepping stone, and he progressed through it really nicely. Obviously, that horse rolling off opened it up for him. If it hadn't of, maybe What You Wish For wins it, but he's a tough stayer, and he's only going to improve. He had the blinkers on for the first time yesterday, but once he steps over more ground, he's certainly going to become more and more valuable.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to have a look at 2 cards this week. So there's some nice group and listed races across New Plymouth and Wingatui, and a nice set of runners heading down to those parts of New Zealand. So we'll kick off there in the deep south of Wingatui, and we'll have a look at race number 5 there, the listed Dunedin City Motors Dunedin Guineas 3-year-old set weights over 1,500 metres. Sense of timing, the filly by time test found herself in the Group 3 New Zealand Bloodstock Desert Gold Stakes last start. She comes into this with some pretty good earlier form. I know she was 3 wide the trip there for her debut win, and she looks a filly with some talent.
We really like her. We always have. She's just taken a little time to mature. Can't blame her for last start. Trenton's track wasn't up to par, and we can forgive her. She's got down to the South Island in good order. She's travelled nicely. She's come up with barrier 1, but she's got good gate speed, so she can land just in behind the leaders. Back to 1,500 will be ideal for her, and as long as she gets out when she needs to, she's definitely a top 5 chance.
And race 7 there, the listed Positive Signs Plus Print Dunedin Gold Cup, open handicap over 2,400. Elegant Lady, nice wee form line of win, and third there. Draws barrier 11, and Jan Palmer takes them out.
Obviously, going from rating 65, only 4 starts to go to open grade, it's a big step up in grade, and I thought she handled herself reasonably well running third. She's had a good try at open grade now, and down in the weights, up to 2,400, looks like it'll suit her. The draw's a little sticky, but Palmer will ride her as she jumps. She tends to sometimes get back anyway, but we know she's got a good turn of foot, and if she gets the right run, she's certainly in it. And
race 8 there, the Steve Anderson Memorial, rating 65, 1,200. Kithen Kin, last seen at Riccarton last start after she headed down from the north. She draws barrier 4 with Narajan Palmer on board.
Sectionals were off the map last start at Riccarton. She had the second best sectionals of the day. She just lacks gate speed, so she'll get back in an awkward spot, maybe from the draw, but we'll do everything we can to try and get her out of the gates as quick as possible. If she can bring that form she had last time, she's definitely a top 4 contender.
And race 9 there, the Group 3 White Robe Lodge, weight for age 1,600. Perfect Scenario took this race out last year and comes into this in some pretty good form again.
He does. It was good to see him winning over 1,400 last time. He had a good turn of foot, so the step up to a mile is going to help him. From a nice draw, he should land 1-1 or just appear back from that. Palmer's riding in great form. and we're expecting a really nice run from him for sure.
Great. And that wraps up the runners there at Wingatui. Over to New Plymouth there in race 2, the Energy Vets Taranaki SC Maiden, MAAT, or Maidens at a time, 1400. El Viento, the son of El Roca, draws barrier 12 with Opie Bosanoble.
He's going well. He's progressed nicely since his last start victory. It was a good turn of foot he showed to get over the top of Akanihi. We think a lot of her. These MATT races, they're great. Obviously, there's only 4 horses that have won races in there, so he finds himself very well placed. From the draw, it will make it hard for him. New Plymouth, it is hard to make ground from the back early on. And there is a lot of rain forecast, so we'll be just watching the weather with him.
And down to race 4, the McCurdy Trucks Open, handicap 1400. Brando, last seen in the TAB Classic there at Trentham, has come out and won a trial at Taupo since, draws barrier 11 with Opie Bosanoble.
He's done well since his freshen up. He finds himself in a field like he was racing in last year before he went on to win a couple of Group 2s. From the draw, he's going to get back. When we leave him alone and let him just find his feet, he races best. It will be difficult at New Plymouth, but we know he's got the class and the turn of foot to get over the top of them for sure.
And race 5 there, the Group 3 Platinum Homes New Plymouth Taranaki 2-year-old Classic, set weights 1200 metres. A lot of horses here that obviously couldn't make the Cracker Million field with having the AUS next to their name or being Australian bred. Captured by Love really hasn't put a foot wrong there. Claiming obviously 2 victories, including the Wakefield Challenge Stakes. Came out and trialled pretty well there at Taupo the other day, Reece.
She did. She had a good blow as well. She's drawn a nice barrier. She's got good gate speed. She'll dictate the tempo like she did in the Wakefield. Same again, though. She's got bigger assignments ahead, so we wouldn't look to flatten her on a wet track. There's plenty of other options for her, but if she was to go, she's certainly a winning chance.
And Dream of the Moon wasn't far behind her in the Wakefield Challenge Stakes. Again, came out and won a trial on the same day there at Taupo. He looks to be getting into some better form, which she does.
She just got back into an awkward spot last time. They didn't go along at a great clip, but her sectionals were good. She hit the line strongly for third. It was good to get some black top for the owners. Her victory at Rickerton was outstanding. Her work's been good. Her trial, she was excellent. Opie got off saying she's absolutely flying. So she's going the right way, and we're really happy with her for sure.
Race 6 there, the Group 3 Dennis Wheeler Earth Moving Taranaki Cup. Pre-defer on the 16th of December was really strong in running second there behind Dionysus there in the Waikato Cup. Form kind of tapered off a little bit since. How's he come back after his freshen up?
Turn the clock back 3 years, he's winning the Taranaki Cup with a leg in the air, and he's showing us signs that he's getting back to that form. From the draw, he's going to get into a nice spot, 1 off, Opie on. They're going to go along at a good sectional, and there's a lot of stayers in this, so he's definitely got the speed credentials to get over the top of them, and we're really happy with him. So as long as there's no rain about, he's certainly a top 4 chance.
And race 7 there, the listed Grange Williams Stud Oaks Prelude. My Lips Are Sealed is really good, coming second there in the Eulogy Stakes over the mile. Got out to distance over 2,000 metres and didn't quite run on. How's she going, Reece?
She's done well. Her trial at Taupo was really encouraging. She just didn't run out the trip. Back to 1,800 will be ideal for her. From the draw, she doesn't really have a hell of a lot of gate speed, but we know that she's got a good turn of foot. Vinnie Colgan's obviously riding in great form, having won a couple on Cracker Million night. If the rain was to come, it would certainly bring her into it more and should be a definite winning chance.
And Glitzy Glory currently on the ballot. Chance of getting in?
If the rain comes, yes, but she doesn't handle wet ground, so we may be looking for something a bit softer for her.
Opie is down to ride her as well. I see. So that wraps up the runners there for the weekend race. We've got a best bet.
Captured by Love.
Captured by Love there in the 2-year-old Classic at Taranaki there on Saturday, and plenty to look forward to the week following race. Legends Day at Te Rapa. It's a pretty cool day that.
It is, and we'll have some lovely chances in all the black type races, and we're really looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Well, we'll catch you again next race.
Your racing excitement, join Team Akau. It's easy, fun and affordable to be part of New Zealand's #1 stable, and we're now in Australia too. We've won more races, more group races and more prize money than any other stable, nearly $10 million in Australia and New Zealand alone. Imagine racing horses like Imperatriz, Campionessa, whether you're a first-time owner or seasoned pro at tiakauracing.com. Go the Tangerine!